Ladies and gentlemen, YouTube is taking a terrible step towards more censorship. And I tell you what, we should all be worried. The creators should be worried and the viewers should be worried. Because what's going to happen to this great platform that we all love is it could kill it. And that's horrifying. If you're like me and you really love YouTube, you feel like it's better than the other options that are out there. It's better than TikTok and Instagram. When you really buy into a channel on YouTube, you feel like you become a part of that family. When you press subscribe and you watch all the videos, you feel like you know the person. You feel like you're a part of the friend group. I don't know what it is about it, but there's something about YouTube that's just a bit more personal than the other social media platforms that are out there. You're not just mindlessly scrolling like you're on a slot machine, a pokey machine. That's not what this is about on YouTube. You're learning things, you're entertained, you're having a good time. It's better than watching the TV. There's nothing on Netflix. YouTube is where you come. But something has happened that may very well destroy what we all love. Okay, I'm being hyperbolic, big word, stay with me. It's not going to destroy it, but it will make it less good, which over time may see it crumble from the great thing that it is and was. And here's what makes no sense to me. The board members, the CEO, all the leaders of YouTube, why would you want to weaken this platform when it has so much competition out there? Now, to understand what is happening, you first need to understand how YouTubers make money. I personally make it from selling dick pics and spruiking Raid Shadow Legends, but other people make it from the ads that you see on or in front of videos. For every ad that you see, a portion of the money that advertiser paid to YouTube goes to the creator. It's called AdSense. And every single month, AdSense goes into your bank account that you'd nominated, and that's how you get paid like any other job. And ads are great. We love ads. For example, I get $6 or $7 per 1,000 views for every video that I upload. Now, it obviously goes up if a video has an ad on it, because not every video has an ad on it. It's about $15 if the video has an ad, all right? So that's where it's at. $15 per 1,000 views if the video has an ad. Now, that monetary value is based off a lot of different factors. Let me put it this way. If you make a video about how to make money on the stock market, then you might actually get paid a lot more because certain advertisers want to advertise with you. But if you're like me and you're making videos about vegans and transgender feminist activists, some advertisers probably don't want to advertise with that. So, my numbers aren't as high as other people out there, but you get that on the big jobs. Now, because advertisers are paying so much money, YouTube's making $30 billion a year, there's a lot of money getting thrown around, right? Because advertisers are paying so much money, they have a lot of sway and a lot of say as to what YouTube allows on its platform and what it doesn't. Now, back in the day, maybe a decade ago, let's say, YouTube was a free-for-all. People could do whatever they want. They were making heaps of money. It was great. I wasn't around in the YouTube days back then. I came in late after the first big hit that YouTubers were hit with, the adpocalypse, the original one. Basically what happened is advertisers cracked the shits, one or two, and the media got behind it because PewDiePie did something that a lot of us would look at and go, yeah, you probably shouldn't do that, mate. Anyway, he did that, they all started pulling out, and then YouTube had to really crack down. This lost creators millions, and then it came again with the second adpocalypse when Logan Paul decided to film a dead man hanging from a tree in Japan. And then there was a third adpocalypse and a fourth. And basically every couple of years YouTube goes, nah, you can't do that anymore, you can't do that anymore, you can't do that anymore, you can't do that anymore. And the content suffers. Just little things that you may not notice. Back in the day, in the 2018s and 19s and 2020s, I used to start all my videos by saying the same thing. G'day you good motherfuckers, the Buttsman here. Motherfucker was one of the first words that I said. Now I can't do that anymore. I can't swear in the first 30 seconds or my video gets demonetized. There's other rules we have to play by. Hate speech is another big one. Your video will get shown to less people if you say something that is considered hate speech. But you gotta understand what is considered hate speech isn't hate speech at all. If I was to stand here and say, hey, listen, you shouldn't cut the breasts off like kids because they think they're a different gender, that's hate speech, right? Even though it's quite logical and the right thing to do, it's considered hate speech. And if I had a video with that in it, this is hypothetical, so don't, demonetize this video. That video would get demonetized, and then YouTube doesn't want to show it to as many people because they're not going to make money on it, so it doesn't get as many views. There's other things you can't say. That's why I always bleep out, which is very sad. Now, I play by those rules, and I have done for some time, but there's a new adpocalypse here, and I first heard about it just the other week by a guy called Penguinoz. Penguinoz? I don't know how to pronounce that, but I watch a lot of his videos. His name's Charles, and Charles broke the news.
Earlier this week, YouTube slyly pushed out a new policy change that has had a wildly large effect on tons of channels in terms of demonetizing their content, and as well as just generally making it very difficult for some creators to continue to produce what they have been.
So here's the story. The biggest change to the rules surrounding profanity and swearing since one of the first adpocalypses to happen. It is going to affect people. And it has already affected people. Some people have had every single video on their channel demonetized. For the longest time, it's just been the C word. Now it can be any swear word, and they're all treated the same. And is the same. Do you see how ridiculous that is? You can't hear what I'm saying because I can't say that because my video will be demonetized. That hurts my business. I can't pay my editor, etc., etc., etc. This means that and the word asshole could be considered exactly as bad as each other. What? Not to mention, if you say the word shit in the first 8 seconds, the whole video will be demonetized. That's madness. We have to behave like choir boys. I understand that you've got to keep advertisers happy, but surely there are advertisers out there that want to get behind content that maybe isn't G or PG or rated for children. Surely. What about the dildo companies and the fleshlight companies? Get them on my channel. I don't give a fuck. I'll let anyone sponsor me. Who cares? Established titles. Come back, please. It goes so much further than that too, and I think this is where it'll really harm some channels. Gaming channels. Violent games. Call of Duty. One of the games that I really enjoyed was God of War. That's violent as fuck. Well, it's animated violence, but it's violent. You couldn't show any gameplay of that on YouTube because that would then get demonetized because it's violence. Assassin's Creed Valhalla. I spent fucking 4,000 hours playing that game. It was fantastic. In fact, it's one of the last games that I played on the PS5 because, why? I couldn't think of anything else and then I spent all my time fucking playing it. So I had to bar myself from playing the PlayStation. Not to mention all of the hoops that you have to jump through already. Mate, this is going to hurt content creators, not just financially. Well, no, okay. It will hurt them financially, right? Number one, that will really hurt their hip pocket, if you will. And what does that mean for you? You probably don't give a fuck how much I make or some other YouTuber makes. But here's why you should. Because if he can't make money, if I can't make money, then I'm not going to make the content you enjoy. I'm going to have to curtail around shit. I'm going to have to walk on eggshells and make shit content like every fuckwit on TikTok. Do you know why I'm not on TikTok? I got banned 8 fucking times. But YouTube allows you to express yourself freely and put your thoughts out into the world. It is one of the last remaining safe spaces, if you will, for comedy and all that type of shit. But now, with this new adpocalypse, it's under a threat. It's under threat. And what shits me about this is it's completely unnecessary. We're not in the TV age anymore. Fucking grow up, YouTube. Now, I haven't yet been hit with these demonetizations, right? I just haven't. This video I put out last week, it contained many swears. Dumb shit. You fucking idiots. They shove it up their That's how fucking dumb. On a chick's ass. Probably snorting I don't know. Them being heads, having fun fucking around. A chick somewhere fucked. Great use of the Australian language. As far as the fucking a chick in a who has given up their ass on schoolies get called fucked by a chick. A chick whilst ripping a cone. Everyone's fucking neurodivergent these days. Now that's fucked. And wasn't monetized. It will be interesting to see if this video gets monetized or not. Hopefully it doesn't reach Australia. But I tell you what, my special that I recently put up that got taken down off Amazon Prime, the contract ended, nothing bad. I recently put it up on YouTube from 2018. It got demonetized. So apparently stand-up's no good. On top of all of this, YouTube didn't even announce it. We had to find out of other YouTubers that we are now being hamstrung and maybe we can't make money. Imagine you walk into work tomorrow, it's time for lunch, and you throw your lunch in the microwave, it starts heating up. And your boss walks in and says, hey mate, I haven't told anyone this yet, but if you use the microwave, you don't get paid that day. So, yeah, sorry, you should have known better. Not to mention, it's all up to random employees all over the world to make these decisions, these content moderators. This hurts YouTube channels and hurts the viewers. Look at Raka, right? These guys, 7 million subs or something massive. They haven't made a YouTube video in forever because they keep getting demonetized and they can't afford to make content anymore. They're doing their own thing now, which is wonderful. But that hurts the viewer, right? YouTube is walking dangerously into a world where content creators are no longer allowed to make things that they want, right? They're scared to do it. And that is terrible for both creator and for viewer. Ladies and gentlemen, let me know what you think in the comments section down below, but don't make it too offensive or you'll probably get banned or something will fucking happen or some YouTube exec will turn off your front door and wave his little finger at you. Say, naughty, naughty. Ladies and gentlemen, be a good motherfucker. Peace in the Middle East. Me dick stinks. Toodle of. Bye, 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 bye.